Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Bradley.
And I'm Dave Bales. Welcome to Not the Situation Room.
So, Dave, before we get started, I got to give you a heads up. I'm going to have a hard time with today's conversation.
I have never known you to have a hard time with anything ever, except for that one time, but we don't talk about Bruno.
No, 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 no musical episode today.
Man,
So, I almost did anyway. So, as some may or may not know, Dave and I work on a daily basis with AI. And I have to admit that after working with it enough, it's hard not to anthropomorphize the thing.
$5 words already. We're 3 seconds in.
Well,
But yeah, I get it. It's weird to some people who may not be used to it, but it's really easy to fall into the trap of calling it he or she or talking about it like it's another person. I personally give each tool its own personality, so they're all unique, so they do have names.
oh yeah, so it's not just me
Oh no, not at
and
all.
and the volleyball Wilson.
No, no. And this today's topic is not going to help in that regard whatsoever. In fact, probably going to blur that line even more if you could think of, if you can believe that, because confabulations abound. It's a funny word, and I'm sure you're going to explain that to us in just a couple of minutes. But
Yes, I will. But the question though is, do we need to keep a running tally on unnecessarily long words for this episode?
do you want to sit here and do that edit?
No. Okay.
I don't either.
Back to the point. So Ars Technica brought us an article on what is called AI confabulations. Keep a straight face, or also known as hallucinations.
Well
It's
done.
Yeah, there we go. It's basically AI creating or fabricating a plausible response to an inquiry where the real response should have just been, I don't know. It's like the assistant is so eager to get it right that it refuses to fail. So the challenge is sometimes these confabulations are really good. I mean, it's like AI just refers to give the preferred response, which is, I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I mean, 1979. Thanks for showing our age again there. Thanks, Hal. Anyway, so this phenomenon of AI confabulations is not just an inconvenience. It can actually do some serious damage, as we're going to see in this story. In the story, the AI help desk assistant actually created a fake policy to justify a bug.
Hmm.
Did you get that? To justify a bug.
Right.
Now, this all started when they started using the AI-powered code editor Cursor, and they ran into an issue where whenever they switched machines, it would just log them out.
And as I'm sure you could probably imagine, when swapping machines is a normal part of your workflow, this logout issue is going to grind things to a halt and become extremely frustrating.
Yeah.
So this person, as I just said, obviously frustrated with the issue, reaches out to the support line and gets the AI assistant, where I'm guessing after some polite back and forth, eventually comes to inform the customer that Cursor is designed to work with one device per subscription as a core security feature.
Oh, all of my interactions with AI are definitely polite. But one big problem with that response is that there was and is no such policy. It's never been part of there. So the AI completely made it up simply to solve the problem, which is what we're kind of telling AI to do. We got a problem, solve it for us. But we're also telling it to say, if you don't know, then just say that. Of
Mhm.
course, as we do today, the customer goes straight to social media and flames the company in response. So, as I'm sure you can imagine, the Reddit post that we got some more information from got some attention and resulted in an unclear number of customers that were actually canceling their subscription to the product because of this
Mhm.
non-existent policy.
Yeah, it went on for about 3 hours. I have no idea how many cancellations happened in that time period, but then a human representative of Cursor hopped on, claiming that the policy does not and did not exist, and it was an error with the AI assistant. But we all know how social media works. The damage was already done.
Yes, it was.
This is not the first time that an AI bot has cost a company money and reputation. Last year, the Canadian government forced Air Canada to honor a refund policy that their AI chat assistant created on the fly as well.
Oh, real on the fly. Real, you're going for the low-hanging fruit.
I
You got to
couldn't
aim
couldn't
higher.
help it.
So the question, oh, that is such a bad joke. The question now is how do we protect against this happening? First and foremost, knowing is half the battle, as G.I. Joe told us many, many years ago, again, showing our age. And now that we know that AI has this flaw or capability, we can begin to address it. So all humans are flawed, which in turn means that all computers are flawed, which means AI is flawed. But that doesn't mean that we need to give them leeway to be flawed. We actually need to be even more vigilant when working with AI because it is still in development and it will always be in development.
Right. Remember that AI is a learning model, so it has to be taught and it learns. And there needs to be established limits as to what it's allowed to do. Transparency and oversight are key. I mean, let's face it, AI is here to stay. And hopefully I haven't given, too much negativity here because it is an amazing tool and I love working with it. It amazes me the
Oh,
things
yeah.
we've been able to accomplish.
We have both accomplished so much with AI and we sing its praises, but we also know its
Yeah,
downfalls.
I've lost track of how many times you've done something with it and I just came back with, how did you do that? But again, as Dave said, remember, it's not perfect and it does make mistakes. Really good ones, but mistakes nonetheless. And however, that's my opinion on it.
And speaking of opinions,
Yes, speaking of opinions, the opinions expressed here are our own and do not in any way reflect the views of anyone or anything other than us.
you and
So,
me.
on that note, thank you for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts on what we covered here today.
Do you agree? Do you disagree? All feedback from you is welcome.
Like, share, comment, and
We will see you next time.